All right, so we're going on to match 3 with allies. Really loving this deck. Let's see here. Hopefully we get to go up against a control matchup. That's really the only it's only kind of archetype that we haven't been able to face yet. See. Alright, 3 Freeblades. I think we keep this one because if we draw into any other ally, we can close out the game pretty fast. 4 lands is a lot, but we could draw a Collected Company as well, and that would be happy too. Let's do it. Let's try it. Now, off camera, I ran this against Tron. I lost to Tron due to a maul. But I almost beat him in game 1. I was 1 turn away. The Maul game, I actually drew a Suppression Field that causes his activated abilities to be cost 2 more mana, and he just drew into the Tron lands in his opening hand. He didn't have to search anything out, so we got really unlucky because then turn 3 he resolved a Wormcoil Engine, and we had mauled down to 4 and almost could have stabilized, but just didn't have it in us. So that was no good. Okay, Goblins. Right, let's see how this works then. Let's do another Plains. I think that we're just like a better version of Goblins here. This is going to freak them out a little bit too. I do have the other one. And so already my first Freeblade is out of Lightning Bolt damage, or Lightning Bolt range, I should say. Let's see, I also played against a green, blue, white Hate Bears type of deck that it was basically green, white Hate Bears that splashed for Geist. It may have had some counter spells in it, I'm not totally sure, but I had Cavern of Souls in place, so I never really had to deal with those, and I beat that deck pretty handily too. Alright, so we are going to get in there for lots of damage now. Increase power and attack. This is turn 3. We're attacking for 12. And it had a potential to attack for 14 even. Maybe I should have. And he takes it all. Alright. Decrease the power. Unfortunately, Freeblade is the only 1-drop in the deck, so to draw 3 of them is pretty rare. It's only 1-drop creature, I should say. Alright, Goblin Guide. And Bushwhacker. Okay, he's got lots of damage coming here. Okay. So Bushwhacker gives his goblins +1/+0, so the pile driver is big enough to be scary. He's tapped out. I might as well block. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First of all, trigger for Goblin Guide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I go to 11. And we just win. Next turn. Nice. Okay. Cool. Well, it even gets better for us in game 2 because we've got Kor Firewalkers. We've also got Ondu Cleric. I don't know that Ondu Cleric is really necessary, but life gain doesn't sound too bad. I think we'll throw him in there because he's a little faster than Talus Paladin. Now that can get way out of hand because every time you play an ally after Ondu Cleric comes into play, it's like you gain 5 life or something along those lines, so it's quite a bit. Boros Charm I think we want to just go more creatures and just kind of hope to spam some of our ally triggers in this case. Boros Charm seems good, but he's not likely to bring in any Pyroclasms or anything along those lines, so we'll stick with that. And here we go. Okay, this is also a really good hand. So with the mana we've drawn into, we can play every ally in our hand, but we have to take quite a bit of damage to do it. We're going to be setting ourselves at 16 life, and I think it's worth it just because these guys are going to get big if we let them if we play them on curve. Comes and play tapped. Oh boy. All right, he's sunk. No one drop. Okay. Let's fetch a Plains. Okay, taking one for that, bud. Yes. Okay, Warren Instigator. That's pretty bad for us. Not terrible because we are going to be playing a Kazandu Blademaster, which is going to outclass it. But then it leaves the question of whether or not we need to attack because he can bolt one of the blockers. I think we want to hold back in this case because of the fact that the first strike damage that he can deal will drop a what am I trying to say? A Lord, and then we'll take even more. It's kind of a fun little trick. If he has one Lord, we'll trade with the Blademaster. If he's got a Bolt, we're in trouble. Yeah, we're just gonna have to pass. I honestly think that Warren Instigator is a little lackluster in the Goblins deck because you really want to be more aggressive than a 1/1. Though the double strike adds up, like I said, when you have the Lords, because it effectively causes +2/+2 versus rather than +1/+1. All right, contested war zone. Creature does combat damage to that creature's controller gains control of contested war zone. Dangerous play there. So now those creatures are on the defensive because I'm most definitely going to be dealing combat damage to them if not. Let's do ally. He's got 3 cards in hand. I think we've got to get ballsy here. So we're going to increase twice of our Lord, and we're going to attack for 8. Okay, I'll take my land. You take 7 or 8? He's at 8. He should be at 10. Okay, so I may need to throw my automaton under the bus here, but probably worthwhile. Okay. Scary. Not attacking. Alright, he's afraid. Okay, this is going to be brutal. Let's go to... Let's play this guy. He's part of Tempest, and then one more for him from the Automaton. And then we are going to go with Battlesinger. He's part of Tempest here. Trigger +1 +0. And can I kill him? This guy has Summoning Sickness. He's going to have to block my biggest guys, and he'll probably trade with the smallest ones, but we're going to get in 3 damage anyway. I think we just attack with the giant ones. Double block. So I think you might be confused about the way that this block is going to work. The double strike and the first strike happen at the same time, but those are not going to trade. He's just going to eat that creature. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Good game. There we go. So pretty much a blowout. We are just that much faster than even Goblins with this deck. Apparently Allies is the stronger tribe, which is incredible because every single one of them comes out of the same block, aside from the Automaton, of course. But all straight out of Zendikar standard. Very powered standards. That's where we got our Jace the Mind Sensor and Cog Go decks. So there it is.